I must say, this refitted Orion looks great. The GTD Carthage is one of the oldest capital ships still in service with the Alliance fleet. Launched towards the end of the Great War, she has participated in most major campaigns fought by the GTVA. Her accumulated record is unparalleled. After she was nearly destroyed during the Nebula campaign, she was refitted as a combat evaluation unit destroyer to field test new armor propulsions and electronic countermeasure designs. Exact details are unavailable, but we do know that her anti-fighter armament has been substantially upgraded to allow her to survive in today's fighter-centric combat environment. We have also found indications that she's been fitted with a prototype version of the Spirit Drive, which essentially consists of a second subspace drive motivator. Her hull plating, in combination with her extensive redesign, have increased her combat survivability by several orders of magnitude. While the ship has been in active duty for the better part of 50 years, ONI estimates that destroying her or achieving a mission kill will take a lot of careful planning and a lot of firepower. The Carthage Air Escort Fleet had been under the command of Admiral Anita Lopez for 15 years, while her command is primarily composed of old ship designs. All the rough edges have long since worn away, and her battle group is constantly found in the top 10% of the GTVA's performance evaluations. The GTI Asteria is a station originally designed for commerce and trade, with its 9 docking points and able to station at least one wing of fighters for patrolling purposes. The station is well fitted to serve as a hub for trade in this system. However, as Asteria-class stations are easily set up, this class of station became the GTA's choice for supply outposts in contested areas. With 24 turrets, the Asteria's self-defense is outstanding for a stationary object of its size, but given the limited durability of the construction, fighter cover is advised. So it's a smaller Arcadia. Okay, so the Alistar sentry gun can be dropped by warships to cover retreat, or it can be used to strengthen firepower around strategic locations. While Alistars alone cannot hold the position against more than a few fighters, complementing them with a warship and several wings of fighters presents an exemplary defense against all but the most determined foes. The Bravo variant uses twin missile launchers drawing from an ammunition storage derived from the Hyga support ship. Alright, this is Blue Planet War in Heaven. I have not played this campaign in a long, long time, and I stopped pretty early on. Europa, 2386. I believe this takes place about 18 months after 18 months into the sole GTVA war, yeah, 18 months after Age of Aquarius. Artemis Station, continue your evacuation. We'll buy you as much time as we can. Acknowledge Nelson civilian and personnel evac is 50% complete. If you gain us 20 minutes or so, we'll be in the clear. We'll do our best. Godspeed, Artemis Station. Again, not to poo-poo on this campaign, but we're playing this from the Sol Systems perspective. This is the Cormorant. Bridge is hit. Captain Sinai is bleeding out. We've got fires all over the ship. You also are about to blow up. Cormorant. Rip Cormorant. Like this looks great. I mean, obviously, this was made. They're breaking through our battle lines. Artemis Control. We don't know how long we can hold them. This was, obviously done after Age of Aquarius. So they've really, the guys have. Nelson, all ships hold the line. Reinforcements are on the way. Like, look at that shot. Like, I mean, okay, it's a stereotypical shot. All fighters spearhead our assault against the Tev cruisers punch a hole for us to the Arteus. Yeah, it's such a sci-fi space shot, but look at that. Look, they've learned how to use the cameras correctly. Good shot composition, and they're really showing off the ships and the battles. Like, it's unfortunate that it's not voice acted, but this is just great. Like, kind of really shows Act 1, Chrysalis, how the team has grown. Personal log, Noemi Laporte. Entry 4. I feel a sudden and overwhelming need to write in this damn thing. I haven't touched it since the academy, but recent events are making it abundantly clear that I might not be around much longer. I want to leave something behind, something more tangible than scraps Mom and Dad left when their time came. We're hearing rumors that the raid on Jupiter yesterday was something bigger, that the Tevs routed Calder's Third Fleet and landed on Ganymede, Callisto, and Io. It seems impossible. Calder is a rock, a titan. We thought he was unbreakable. All the off-shift personnel are huddled around their feeds, waiting for updates from the Elders, from Admiral Byrne, even from the Tevs. Someone in the Kingmaker's bunkroom is crying into his pillow. Half of me wants to go comfort him, and the other half just wants him to shut up. The war felt so far away until now. I know it was real for the Jovians. 18 months of bloody raids and frantic jumps as Third Fleet and the Tevs played subspace speed chess on their fringes of the system. Not 2 weeks ago, Admiral Calder told us that the Tevs wanted a slow war of attrition so they could capture our worlds with minimum loss of life. We all nodded and talked about how much sense it made, but I think we just wanted it to be true. Admiral Byrne and the Elders wanted to keep First Fleet in Earth orbit as a strategic deterrent, but I think they'll have to deploy fighters to help the Jovian retreat. That means I'll see combat. I guess I'm afraid. I keep flashing back to this damn coroner's report. The way Dad's lungs looked. Burned tofu. I was trained for this. Uncle Manuel and Kasim will keep me safe, and if I die, I'll be quick, and something will be waiting for me. But what if I don't die? What if I go out there, kill a few Tevs, and I go have a drink with Kasim and we laugh about it? I was raised with Ubuntu. I'm no steely frontier Jovian like Calder, nor a hot-blooded Martian. I'm an earther, as soft as fish belly, and taught to value the life of every damn roach in the ship's laundry. In the academy, they taught us to treat the enemy as an object, a piece of machinery. But every time I do that, I'm giving up a piece of my soul. I've thought about going to combat psych about this, but I'm not going to risk it. Getting cleared for flight was hard enough. Between my parents, my low aggression profile, and that one static issue we don't talk about, I'm really kind of a basket case. This could put me over the edge. So I wonder, if I come back in one piece, am I really going to be in one piece? This really is how I would want to tell a story in this game. Maybe not so much as a log, but like the command briefing would be a journal from the player character about the mission that's about to happen, kind of like talking about the operation, how it went, how it didn't go, etc., 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 to kind of give an idea of how it will play into the bigger scheme of things, and maybe to drop a couple hints on how to beat it. Oh, neat. Paused. This is Admiral Byrne. Give me your ears. I will be playing with you. The rumors you heard are correct. After an 18-month stand, Jupiter has fallen to the GTVA. It does not feel right seeing GTVA in red text. The Jovian Systems Republic issued an unconditional surrender at 23:30. Why so late at night? Admiral Calder's Third Fleet has been routed. Alliance Marines are now landing on Ganymede. The Jovian government, under threat of orbital bombardment, has agreed to cooperate. Can't imagine why. The details of the fall of Jupiter are available for your inspection on FleetNet. For now, know this, the GTVA has committed to total war. At 3:03:30 yesterday, again, why? Like, why can't we fight a war at reasonable times, guys? The frontline destroyers Apotheosis and Imperius, under Admiral Chiwetel Steele, transitioned to the Delta Serpentis node. These ships and their battle groups carry out an attack on Jupiter at 0700. Oh, jeez, they don't even get time to wake up and have a leak. Good lord. Steele himself personally captured Artemis Station before scorched Earth protocols could be enacted. Hold on! Wasn't that guarding Artemis? I don't think that's what happened. I thought I waltzed with a couple corvettes. Oh wait, frontline destroyers? Yeah, never mind. By capturing Jupiter's gate network and civilian infrastructure intact, Steele's accomplished what Admiral Cyrus Silveranti could not. He has given the GTVA a logistical footing for a full-scale war. Well, shit. I ask you all to trust in this strategy set out by the Council of Elders. First of all, we're called the Council of Elders. I don't trust the strategy set out by the Council of Elders. We're toast. We will maintain our defensive posture until a diplomatic solution to the war can be achieved. We have a more immediate task, however. Third Fleet survivors need our help at 2335, popular year and time. Fleet Admiral Calder issued an order for a full-scale retreat to Mars. Warships and strike craft from the Imperius and RTS battle groups are pursuing these survivors, as well as any civilian convoys that may have refused the no-fly order. As Second Fleet Mars fends off raids from the Hood! The Hood's still around! And the Carthage! And a Meridian, I will deploy our squadrons to cover the retreat of the civilians and Third Fleet from Jupiter space. Flight ops commence immediately. Remember this, the GTVA wants our world and infrastructure intact. They hope to break our fighting spirit and draw us into a foolish offensive. We will remain implacable and unmoved. And so, stymie until then. Ubuntu gives us that strength. Fleet Admiral Robert Byrne, military representative of the Council of Elders, UD Solaris. Okay, I think Ubuntu, I'm not sure if Ubuntu is their god or Ubuntu is their, like, it sounds like Ubuntu is like a enlightened philosophy, right? Not necessarily a god. Flight Lieutenant Manuel Bree. Noemi, it's Bree. You know what's happening out there? You've been trained, you've flown patrols, you're ready. I want you to trust yourself. Yes, your psych profile makes you look like a lamb, and Kasim has his discipline issues, but the two of you have aptitude scores better than most of First Fleet. There's a reason I asked for you two in my wing. You can fly like no one I've ever seen. Shit. Oh no. Oh no. I'm not that good, man. Our Ulans can match any fighter the Tevs have. No, they can't! The two of you will survive. We have to! And I've got a few tricks up my sleeve myself. I hope it's enough to keep us alive. Eyes up, pilots. If you're a newcomer or reservist, welcome aboard. I'm Captain Telfer, squadron leader of the 170th Fighting Navajos. I've been authorized to confirm that Jovian capital at Ganymede has fallen. The Tevs have Artemis Station. The Scorched Earth program failed, and the gate system and Jovian ComNet are under their control. Admiral Braun has ordered the Solaris to deploy its squadrons to cover the Jovian retreat. Deck crews are running final prep on our Ulans right now. We'll be airborne in 20 minutes. First of all, we're not in air. We're in space. Etherborne would even technically be more correct, even though ether is an old idea. Scattered tactical reports are still coming in from Jupiter. Admiral Calder's flagship Tatus escaped Ganymede and is rallying all surviving Jovian fleet assets for a retreat to Mars. Hundreds of civilian ships are also fleeing the Tev advance. Admiral Byrne has agreed to deploy Solaris fighter wings to cover this exodus, but major 1st and 2nd Fleet assets will remain at Earth and Mars. These are our fragment orders. Gamma Wing will escort the battered UEF United Earth frigate Rhineland. Cosletto, your Beta Wing is on standby. Bree, your Alpha Wing will deploy to the asteroid belt to cover a civilian convoy that didn't make it to Calder's route. God damn it. The convoy is a civilian sublight transport escaped. Sublight? Speed of light isn't a thing in whatever, fine. Escaped the fall of Artemis Station. United Earth Cruiser Ironhide and United Earth Cruiser Saffron are providing escort. Alpha, you will provide area defense against Tev strike wings. Hostile skirmishers have already engaged the convoy, and more firepower is likely on the way. The civilian ships have no jump drive, so they're fleeing Jupiter space via the intra-system gate network. Last transmission puts them between Belt Gate 42 and Mars Belt Gate 3 on the inner curve to the asteroid belt. Okay, so what has happened with Earth? They have intra-system jump gates. Again, this is the community trying to explain how some things in the GTVA were able to jump without jump nodes. So they're using jump gates to move short distances very quickly, whereas the GTVA used jump gates to move large distances very quickly. Many of you have never seen combat. This is not drone practice, and you're not shooting at objects. You will be tangling with ruthless, intelligent enemy pilots. The civilians in your care are husbands, wives, and children. Every ship you lose to the Tevs means more people who will never see their loved ones again. Wow! Thanks, sir. This is a terrifying responsibility, but an honor afforded to a few. Are you clear on this? Good. Bring those people home. 1 minute. Ensign Laporte. It's Bree. Before he died, your father asked me to give you his Mimhaka to carry on your first proper sortie. He was never a spiritual person, unlike your mother and my sister and your father. Unlike your mother, and my sister and your father came to odds enough times over it, but he believed in this article and was enough for him. No more standing on the sidelines, Noemi. You're to be thrown into the thick of this war. I hope you're ready for it. Thanks, Bree. I think Uncle Bree. Ulan, space superiority fighter, 18 meters long, 75 meters fast. Average maneuverability, average armor, 5 gun mounts, 3 missile banks. Made by Saab! Yes! Saab! They finally made a fighter jet. Saab. I'm assuming it's the same Saab that makes the cars and made that like one World War II warplane. Either way, kind of looks like a plane Saab would make. It looks pretty enough. Yeah, I can dig this bird. As for weapons, I have the Vulcan. 1000 velocity 1000, range 1000, rate of fire 0.2. 70 damage to armor, 70 to shield, 21 to subsystems, energy use per munition is 60. And what's this? This is the Maul. Okay. Weird. So I'm gonna put the Mauls right here. What's this? This is the Javelin, is an aspect-seeking missile. The Dirk is an aspect-seeking corkscrew missile. And the Hellfire missile is a dumbfire. How many of these can I carry? 40. Well, weird. That looks weird. Unless missiles look weird. Alright. Protect the civilian ships, protect the cruisers. Alright. I've spent enough time, John. Let's go flying. Slayer stick control. I've got visual, and convoy ships are taking fire from a Tev strike force. Tally 3 transports. Freighter and medical ship, 2 warship escorts, 2 wings on bandits. 3 of us, 8 of them. I like those odds. Alright, missiles away. Argent miss is toast. Also, the other thing I like about this campaign. Sorry couldn't get here sooner. Our orders just came through. That doesn't do us a damn lot of good, Arthur. You owe your apologies to the dead. Wow. Man, these guys are pricks. Why am I protecting them again? I was saying, like, above the... Ungrateful cargo hoggers. What? If you weren't for UEBs, maybe you should just... Yeah. Kasim! Clear your head. Focus. These people are refugees and we are not letting them to die. I feel like we couldn't save them anyway. After why they... I think they have the right to be upset. Save your anger for the GTVA. Yeah, it's a good point. So, you... Alpha 1, take a best score precision, stay alert. The Tevs are likely to send heavier forces to finish off the con. Yes, they will. Oh, this thing maneuvers pretty good. Bring them on. I'm ready to fight. Those Tevs will know what hit them. I'm not going to do goofy voices for all of them. This is what First Fleet sends to our aid. Our Arcadia, an Academy fresh rookie with an ego the size of Peel. Remember what I said, I'm not sure if these guys are the good guys. I mean, the GTVA are definitely not the good guys. They are having it out on the comms. Guys, stop it! Don't be talking like this on the radio! Damn it, Kasim! So tell me something you've experienced, pilot, that compares to seeing ghosts of the Lucifer's own weapon carving up your comrades and knowing you're next. I love that line. I love that line, like... Wow. Like, this is not the crap you should be saying over the radio! Anyway, but I love that line. Like, it kind of really represents the difference... GTF Clueless is... Alright. They're not shooting bombs, they're shooting Maxims. Oh, the Vulcan sounds awesome. Huh, this isn't so hard. Yeah, also, I really like how this game kind of... Ooh. I love how this game, like, has her inner monologuing above the target reticle. I like it. I'm almost enjoying myself. I know I am. Thank God they're using Cluelesses against us. I really don't like those fighters. Like, they're not great. Anyway, also, that reticle's neat. It actually shows you where your weapon hard points are coming from. That's neat. That is awesome. Alpha 1, keep it together. There's no telling what the Tevs will throw at us next. I'm 99% sure it's Ares with turbuckets. Yes. Rock steady, Uncle Manuel. I don't know how I'm so calm, but you and Kasim just keep them off my tail. I'll do my job. Listen, no. You got it. Laporte, you know I enjoy watching your six whenever I get the opportunity. That goes outside the cockpit as well. Yes! Kasim! That's creepy. Like, you're my uncle's friend. You've got to be at least twice my age. Take some melatonin and get some sleep. I'm not interested in picking up Greasehound floozies while the Jovian keeps us safe. Also, I'm pretty sure she's into chicks. Kasim, Laporte, eyes ahead. Focus. Bree's awesome. Bree's brilliant. Bree is just the best. I like the comms being right there. I like how we see her inner monologues. Why did you have to open your mouth, Bree? You know what they're throwing at us. Kasim! Kasim is so great. I hope Kasim lives. I'm 99% sure my uncle dies, though. Shut up! Shut up! You say it, it happens. We've been through counter-trib. Aerial combat maneuvering 1, I'm not afraid. I second that, Bree. I'm going to do whatever it takes to save those Jovians. I also really like how they're trying to make use of, like... Uncle Bree worried about us. We're fine, Uncle Bree, I swear. But... Our island came under GP attack where she can make it to Mars. We've lost all contact with the frigate and Gavin Wing. Fantastic. I like how they're trying to throw in some, like, modern military terms like ACM. Recon's vectored strike force approach to your area. Stay alert. Great. Like, it wouldn't be aerial combat maneuvering, but it's kind of like Battlestar Galactica would use birds or planes in the air. It's kind of old lingo. It's not, technically it's not correct, but it's just perhaps a bit old-fashioned. And ACM sounds cooler than SCM. I just rearmed Kasim. I'm good. And I just love the way the Vulcan sounds. How's the Maul sound? Powerful. I like it. Checkpoint reached! Incoming signature. 2 wings, bombers, 2 escorting fire. Kasim, Laporte, hold for now. Wait for my call. Helm, take us away from the convoy. Move us towards the fighters and watch in the middle of their formations. Try to scour them with our bulk. Alpha, follow us out. Ironhide. Where are you, Ironhide? We're right behind you, Ironhide. Point defense weapons. Pick your targets. Set turrets, fire roll. Prioritize incoming torpedoes. I like the music. The music is so good. Federation ships. By traveling with our escort, you have fortified your protection. Forfeit your protection under the Beta Acclaim Convention and will be presumed military targets. Cut your engines to real fire at you. Okay, Alpha, we're going in. Kasim, you and I will go in for a strike and fire. Support, come in behind us, pick them off. We'll handle the bombers. Alright. Music's... Oh. Targeting. Whoops, nope, already got a missile at you. And... Ooh! I like their flak. That is really cool. I mean, I hate flak, but that is really cool. Vulnerabilities! Crap. Let's see what these Dirks look like. Well, we won't get the opportunity to, I guess. Alright, Saffron. Take that, you deaf bastards! Try to attack Terrans, will you? Yeah, it's actually really... I don't think they're trying to kill civilians, they're just... After our shipping, cripple our freight and our fuel transport, our medical ability. The rest is collateral. That's very understanding. Very Ubuntu. But really, I think my approach is more useful. Yeah, I think Ubuntu is Zen. I really don't know. Listen, the area's not clear. I recognize that music. That music means something's gonna jump in and screw our day. T, give me strength. Intra-system gate. Kasim. Ha ha! That's right! Shots fired! Oh, I am awesome. Or Laporte's awesome? Noemi? Naomi? Anyway, well, actually, whoops, let's see how these look. Oh, okay, they look like jumping up stuff. Ironhide. Somehow you're not dead. Mass driver. Yeah, I think a mass driver might be a weapon. Yeah, they got mass drivers instead of beam cannons. Beam cannons are definitely more powerful. Alright, I think everyone's through. Now what? Where is Alpha 1? Jeez, Uncle Bree, what are you doing all the way back there? I need to fix the sensitivity on my throttle. It is not right. So this is great. Like, they're using like pseudo modern military-ish terms. I kind of really like that attention to detail. I like the new HUD layout. I really like the targeting reticle. I mean, I know you gotta make it look different just because we're not the GTVA, but it is extremely effective, I think. This plane looks good. The Ulan feels good, looks good. Javelins are your harpoons. Your dirks are probably your Hornet, and your Hellfire are your Tempest. These munitions seem to be smaller physically than the GTVA ones. I'm not sure if they're packing a lighter punch or not. I think they do pack a bit of a lighter punch. In universe, all this stuff is apparently, allegedly, like, I'm sorry. In universe, the UED, I think UED, United Earth, whatever they call themselves, they are, they're mostly a munitions-based weaponry because they don't really rely on energy weapons. After basically the Great War, they had to change how they were doing things. So they decided to focus on like a stable economy and politics and all that good stuff, and not make so much of an emphasis on the military. Again, we're supposed to be rooting for these guys, but they're fighting a losing battle. I mean, okay, yes, the Terrans, after the destruction, loss, whatever you want to call it, of Capella, suffered greatly. Like they can't mass produce stuff like they used to. That's kind of been alluded to. That basically the Terrans really suffered after Capella, where the Vesudans flourished. So this kind of forced occupation of Earth is the result of desperation. I hope anyway, it's because that the oh my god, so we have to wait for the medical ship to come on. That's what's going on. So this forced occupation of Earth is the result of the Terrans and the GTVA not being able to take no for an answer. Like, if they couldn't have Earth, they would probably just go extinct for a lack of resources or something. At least I think that's what kind of it's being implied in this story and the lore. I'm not sure if that's the case. Again, I feel like if you were a bit more diplomatic, like, hi, you know, we're the guys that kind of were left behind 50 years ago trying to hold off the Lucifer. We come in peace. We'd really like to we'd like to see some of our families now. Oh, the Florence is just slow then. Alright. It's gone. It's got intersection jump gate, so this is kind of like a Dark Star 1 gonna survive. Alright, Alpha Wing, our job's done. We're warming up our jump dives and plotting a course for Mars. Alright, that's good. They're hopping out. Are we done now? Alpha Wing, let's move out, return to base. Long mission, 20 minutes. Not horribly unforgiving. And a pretty good-looking fighter. So, welcome back, Alpha Wing. You brought both your rooks home. Bree, good work. Latest reports from Mars indicate that the surviving ships of the convoy arrived intact. Reports show significant losses of Jovian forces during the retreat and words going around that Admiral Calder is furious with Admiral Byrne for not providing reinforcements during the GTV attack. All outbound communication from Jupiter have ceased following the Galtev occupation of Ganymede. Why Tev? Just use Tev. And we've lost control of the regional intrasystem gate network. All scheduled civilian traffic to the area has been cancelled. All in all, looks like we've lost the entire Jovian system to the GTVA. Things are looking bad for us. We thought things were tough before, but everything's about to get a whole lot worse. This war has finally come home. We need to prepare for it however we can. Take 5 and get some water and stims. You'll need them. There's a combat psych waiting to triage you. When you're done, get back to your birds. The remnants of the Jovian Rim fleet are still trickling in. We need you to give them cover. Expect another sortie inside an hour. We'll remember Gamma's pilots when we get the chance. Recommendations. Oh, and this is the other thing I really like about this campaign. I didn't remember this, but this is the other thing that I think makes a good storytelling. After a successful mission, you can use the recommendations to kind of add a bit more to the story. Ah, man, I forgot about this. This is brilliant. I'm so mad that, you know, the GTVA are the bad guys, but this is awesome. Personal log, Noemi Laporte. Last many ships out there, people died. I killed people too. It felt good. Like I've been doing it my whole life. Like I found the place I'm meant to be. The fact that realization came at the moment when I first took a life is slightly horrifying. Kasim talks tough, but when he came out of his cockpit, he threw up all over the deck. I don't think he knows I saw. I don't understand why I feel so good when so many people died. 'Cause you're a psychopath. I don't know what's going on. This really feels like we're continuing this whole idea of transcendence. So I'm hoping we'll see the Vishnins again before too long.